request you to join us and remember whichever God you believe in. And let's just pray to Him for strength so that we can continue on this path of connecting with Mother Nature. Yeah? Please close your eyes wherever you are and join us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Welcome to the third day of the juice fast. Harsha and I are both feeling extremely blessed today to be doing this with you, to be fasting with all of you who've joined today's session. We're on day 3, we're still going strong. Big congratulations. If we were together, if we could be physically present with you, we'd do a big group hug, maybe with all of you, and express our love for you. We'd like to start by asking you some questions.
Since some of you are already telling us how much weight you have lost, maybe those who want to share can tell us about what your weight loss has been. What do you
Over
think?
the 3 days.
Yeah, so far from the very um, the waist and the weight which you. Shilpa ji has lost 3 kgs in 3 days.
Wow.
Sandeep ji 3 kgs.
Rupa ji 2 kgs, Shashank ji 2.7 kgs, Priyanka ji's dad has lost 2.5 kgs, Siddhant ji 3.5 kgs.
Oh, Naina ji said 4.5 kgs.
Really? 59 to 57, lost 1.5 kgs, lost 3 kgs, lost 2 kgs, 2 kgs, 2 kgs.
Oh, wonderful.
Beautiful.
So there are certain things which are important to know when we're talking about weight loss. It may be very exciting for some people, but there's a deeper science. It's we need to understand what is this that we are losing. It may look good on the scale, but how does our body feel about it? So, would you like to share a little bit about what's happening?
So think about it. Your body has gotten 2 kgs lighter in the last 3 days. If you pick up a dumbbell, a 2 kg dumbbell, can you imagine how much weight it has? It kind of want to makes us lift down. Those of you who've lost 3 kgs weight, imagine lifting a 3 kg dumbbell. That's the amount of weight you've lost from your body. What was that dumbbell sitting in the body that was making us weigh so much? It was nothing but the toxins, the accumulated matter sitting inside, the filth sitting inside. When we fast, all this waste starts coming out from our body, and that's why weight loss is an outcome of the waste being getting out. So it's actually not the weight you've lost. Always remember, it's the waste you've lost. Where does this waste come from? We discussed yesterday from all the unnatural food that is not provided to us by Mother Nature. And in the beginning, weight loss may be something very inspiring because that's the most immediate thing you can see after you fast. But truly, it's the most unexciting part of the fast. If
The
you,
least benefit is actually this the weight aspect. There's so much more.
yeah, weight loss is just a secondary bonus of the fast. What you get truly, all the mental benefit and the spiritual benefit you gain from fasting is actually much deeper.
And as
So,
you proceed towards breaking your fast tomorrow, eating the right kind of food, all of us almost will put on some weight, some of this weight back. And it's not a bad thing. It's the healthy weight that we'll put on. So let's not just get caught up in the numbers of the weight. Is what is it that weight inside us? What is it that weighs that much? Is it the healthy stuff or the toxins? So it is normal for us to put on a little bit of weight right after when we break a fast, but it's the healthy stuff that will enter us. So don't worry about it.
okay, next question. How many of you pooped on day 3?
So don't be shy. You can tell us on the chat. Has anyone pooped on day 3? So some of you have, quite a few of you have.
Himanshuji says he pooped after enema.
Okay. So wonderful. It's just again to remind us of, or help us ask these questions to ourselves. What is it that I'm pooping out? Where is this poop coming from? How long has it been in there? And for most of you, you will realize it's very smelly. It doesn't look like normal poop. Um, you kind of know it immediately that it's been in there for far too long. So it's a good sign to see the physical toxins come out. Sometimes, like I shared yesterday, the toxins even come out through our breath and while doing a pranayam. But that's, we don't see it and we may not register it. But when we see something so tangible in the toilet bowl, that reality hits us hard. So sometimes it's a reminder, and we really should think, where is it coming from? These were some things which happened to us when we started fasting. So it was so exciting, sometimes gross, but there's a lot of learning in it. So we thought we want to share it with you and bring out all these topics which otherwise might seem a bit weird.
Okay, how many of you, for how many of you was your family inspired to fast with you? Anyone whose mom or dad or brother or sister or daughter or son or spouse or husband or wife came to them and said, I want to do this fast with you, or I want to do the next shoes fast. My wife is inspired, my husband did it along, all my 5 family members are doing, my daughters are doing it. Wow, that's wonderful. You
So,
know,
so just like everything else, it's so much easier doing it alongside who you're with. And of course, we are already a big community online, but when we have near and dear ones in the same house, it becomes that much easier for us. But not all of us have this opportunity. Some of us are alone, and some of our families don't want to join us, and maybe don't even want us to fast. How many of your family members are stopping you from fasting, or are insisting that you break the fast and that this is wrong and you shouldn't fast?
Manish, she says my family disowned me. We've been through it. Don't worry, we understand. It's difficult for others to, and it's not right for us to expect them to understand the power of fasting so quickly. So it's okay. Let's give everyone time.
Just enjoy the journey. And some of us have family which support us, which join us. Some of us have family who don't support us, who deter us, who eat in front of us, who make us smell the food. Everything is beautiful. If we learn to see the beauty in it, it'll really be powerful.
All right. Any more questions, Harsh, we have for them?
I would like to know from each of you, what is that one defining moment in your journey so far which made you believe in what we're sharing with you? Was there one specific incident or instance that you experienced which convinced you that yes, you want to move on and finish it till day 3? For some of you, it may be seeing your blood sugar come down, your blood pressure come down. For some of you, it may be seeing what came out in the toilet bowl. For some of you, it may have been, wow, this juice actually tastes nice. I want to do it for 3 days. What was it that, or for some of you, it may have been the oath. When we took the oath and you're like, wait, now I'm committed. So, what is it that inspired you? That one moment which was the defining moment in your 3 days so far?
Some of you say the oath. Some of you say it was weight loss. Some of you say it was the documentaries, the relaxed mind.
It's actually a combination of each one of them. How, if it weren't for the little small things which are coming, everything comes together. And that's why we really insist that you try to practice as many of the additions to the fast, watch the documentaries, take the quizzes, attend the sessions live. So all this comes together and allows us that motivation to follow through till the last day.
How many of you have been completing all the video assignments and posting them on the Facebook group?
Each one of them. How many of you have done every single one of them so far?
Wow.
Sonaji, Shishirji.
Anuji, Shilpaji. Beautiful. Thank you for sending us your lovely photos and videos. We feel so much joy when we watch them.
And some of them are really funny.
Yeah.
And that's important because it just keeps everything light and fun. So be creative, don't be shy, and it's beautiful when you make others smile and laugh.
Yeah. Okay.
I have one very, very honest question. How many of you have watched both the documentaries fully from the beginning to the end? Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead 1, Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead 2. And we'll tell you why we're asking. Okay? Lovely. So many of you have watched both.
Wonderful. That's beautiful. Would you like to share in the chat box what was your key takeaway? If there's one message you remember from both the documentaries, what's that one key point that...
Just one.
Yes. You can think about it, absorb, and then type. But please tell us, we'd really like to know what was that one biggest learning from the two movies that were suggested to you by Joe Cross.
Health is wealth.
Consistency.
Surround yourself with like-minded people.
Community.
Nothing is impossible.
Self-confidence.
Determination.
Your body can cure anything. How beautiful.
Persistence. Strong willpower.
Self-control. Isn't it amazing how these documentaries, through storytelling, have taught us so much?
This morning, Subha and I were discussing how incomplete this fast would be without these two documentaries. Not just in terms of the offering, but in terms of the motivation levels and the constant reminders. So we really feel very, very grateful and blessed that Joe has made these documentaries and allowed us to have them for free, available sitting in our own homes. I mean, people out there making big budget movies and putting all sorts of copyrights and charging so much. And here's someone, I think he lives in Australia, who is creating such genuine, beautiful stories and sharing it with us and helping us keep everybody motivated through these 3 days.
He's inspiring millions of people today around the globe and making these documentaries. And we're fortunate that we even we got to know about these documentaries. How many of you feel inspired to make your own documentary?
So maybe you all are sharing a 1-minute video, a 2-minute video. How many of you want to make a 1-hour video of your experience through the juice fast? Isn't it exciting that we could sit at home, take our own videos and photos and compile them and make something beautiful?
I feel extremely motivated to make a documentary and put it up on Netflix as of our community juice fast. It would be so exciting to make a documentary that during this lockdown together, all all of us are fasting sitting at our homes. So, combining your videos with everyone else's videos, do you think we can make a documentary?
All of us together bring in our own photos and videos and make our first sit at home documentary.
What if we told you it's not that difficult to make a documentary? What if we told you we can ask the master of documentaries, Joe himself, how we can make these documentaries?
Would you want to meet him? So, just for all of you, we have Joe Cross live joining us
Hey
right
guys,
now.
how you doing? This is Joe Cross from the movie Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead. It's an absolute pleasure and delight to be here with you today. When Saba and Harsh reached out to me and told me what was going on in the amazing country of India, I was blown away. I made a green juice and I'm super excited to join you guys and have a chat today and talk about all things juice, all things fasting, and how we can make the world a better place, both in your life and outside it.
It's such a pleasure to have you with us, Joe. Most of us can't believe you're here with us right now, seeing you live. Till now, we'd only watched you in your movies, in your documentaries. Can't believe that you're with us live. So, we just thought we'll ask you some questions about your journey.
Oh, fantastic. Well, look, it's incredible, and it warms my heart that so many people around the world have watched my journey that I went on. Now, let's just be clear: there's a lot more grey hair here now than what you saw in the movie, because the movie was filmed in 2007 to 2009. So we're getting on more than 10 years ago is when I stopped rolling the cameras. And the journey was originally going to be just my journey of me trying to get off medication and get my sickness, my urticaria, my chronic urticaria angioedema, my chronic disease under control and off medication. But during my journey of self-discovery, when I was allowing Mother Nature to do her best and effectively come into my rescue, I met Phil, the truck driver, and it wasn't until about 5 months after I met him, I got back to Australia. I was nearly finished, and I got the voice message from Phil on Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day 2008 in May in Australia, and he had left a message and have my US phone turned on because it's too expensive to keep it going. And when I got the message from Phil, I knew I had to go back over to America and meet Phil. And I told my production crew who worked for me, we are going to go and film this. They all thought I was crazy because, like, we were finished the movie. Like, why would you do this? I said, no, there is something here. It's like I'm Forrest Gump. I ran across America first, and then Phil started to follow. So this was a very important moment in the journey. And now the way I think about it is all of you are following myself and Phil. And this has become a global movement of millions of people around the world that are nourishing their body with the best that Mother Nature has to offer.
That's wonderful, Joe. So, for today, we have some questions in mind for you. These are the questions we first had when we watched your documentary. So, we just thought we'd ask you and get to know you a little bit better.
Okay, so before you ask that question, I just want to say something to everybody out there. I know you're all on day three. So, congratulations to all of you for getting this far. Now, for those of you who haven't made it, don't worry, it's okay. The good news is you are here and you are listening and you are taking this information in, and there is not a problem for trying and failing. This is normal. Many people try and many people can't do it. It is normal for your body to want to eat, okay? You have to understand something. Just think about this. Imagine if between now and the end of the year, you just didn't eat. How good would that be? You would save money, you would save time, you would have an incredible life of not having to worry about food because it would be perfect. But the human body doesn't work this way. It doesn't work this way. It would be great if we never had to sleep. We could stay up all day working, having friends, watching Netflix, reading, learning, but we have to sleep. So the human body has to do certain things. It has to eat, it has to sleep, has to breathe air. That's what we all have in common. So when it comes to putting just water in or just juice, which is basically water from plants with the micronutrients in them, our bodies go, Joe, we need to eat. And it sends a message to the brain and says, you need to eat, you need to chew. What's wrong with you? It takes about 3 days. On day 3, for you to start overcoming this problem, where you start to get relaxed. So for those people who didn't get there yet, don't worry. Just next time you try, remember to listen that it's perfectly normal to feel like you have to eat. But for millions of years, humans that have been on this planet, many, many days and many, many nights, we never had anything except water. And we are the most powerful species on the planet. So this is not something that will kill you. You will not die from having juice for 3 days. You just have to mentally overcome this urge to have the food, because this really is the best food you possibly can have ever in your life. But you cannot live on this alone. You cannot go your whole life just on juice because it's missing certain macronutrients. It's missing fat and it's missing a lot of the protein. There is protein in it, but not enough that we need for long-term sustainable health. So it is to be viewed with that. Anyway, I'm sorry, so I just wanted to congratulate everybody before we start the questions.
So the first question that we'd like to ask you, Joe, is that what was the biggest benefit? What was the one biggest benefit you received through juice fasting?
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, first of all, the gift I got from this journey is that I'm here talking to you today. The fact that I am being of service to people around the world to be able to share my story. You know, Suba, it is through stories that we change the world, okay? We don't change the world by telling people what to do. We change the world by showing people, okay? Not about this. It's about the action. It's about doing. And so the biggest reward I got, apart from getting off the medication, was to impact the world like I do and to be able to have a platform where I get to speak to wonderful people like you two, and then through you two amazing humans, I get to talk to thousands of people elsewhere. And, you know, right now, I've never been to India, but guess what? I am in India now. I am there. And so this is the power of technology. This is the power of Mother Nature. It's the power of storytelling. And this is the greatest gift that I got from doing this journey.
Thank you for sharing this, Joe. Our master always teaches us that when we receive any knowledge, any wisdom, it becomes our responsibility to share it with the world, to share it with others. And you're doing exactly that. And we're all here today. One reason we're here today is because of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Suba. I think I'm trying to do nature's work.
Absolutely. All of us here feel like we're just nature's messengers.
Yeah, look, the one thing I've learned is that what happened to me was when I was young, I turned my back on Mother Nature. I said, when I was like 20, I said, hey, Mother Nature, I don't need you. I am Joe. I am Superman. I don't need you. No, don't need you, Mother Nature. I am going to live on beer, on Coca-Cola, on McDonald's. I'm going to live on Thai food, Indian food, like from takeaway. I am going to live on steak and barbecue. I am going to drink. I'm going to smoke. Because I'm Joe, nothing is going to happen to me, Mother Nature. Well, guess what? When I was 32, I broke. Okay? The reason is you cannot ignore the biological laws of cause and effect. If you turn your back on Mother Nature will turn her back on you. And you will break. And I broke. And it wasn't until I went back to Mother Nature, knocked on her door, and said, I'm back. Can you have me back? And Mother Nature said, yes, but talk is cheap. I want to see you do, Joe. You have to do. And so began my journey of juicing and eating plants. And the wonderful thing about Mother Nature is that she is always forgiving. She will always welcome you back, and she will always do her best to repair you depending on how much damage you have done.
Joe, who was the first one ever to inspire you to do a juice fast? Did you have a mentor or a master who inspired you towards this path?
No. It came from within, I promise. There was no person I saw juice fasting. This was something that I knew, like, first of all, everybody listening, everybody knows fruits and vegetables are good for them. Okay? This is not something you have to tell them, I have to tell them. Nope. You don't need to know. We all know they are good for us. The real question is why aren't we taking them? Why are we not taking them and eating them? So there's the knowing it versus the doing it. Okay? A lot of us know what to do, but a lot of us are not doing it. So to me, the mentor or the inspiration came from Joe knowing what I had to do and just doing it. So that's how my journey started. And I think that's how everybody's journey has to start. It goes from the knowledge to the doing. And right now, all these people out there that are listening to us that are on day 3 of their juice fast, because you two have made this happen, okay? So you have knowledge, but the knowledge of you two just saying, yeah, we should get everybody in India to do a juice fast. That's nothing. You have to make it happen. You have to do it. You have to put it together. You have to ask people. You have to tell people. You have to promote it. You have to share information. You have to inspire. You have to take Joe's movies and books and other things and other people. You have to do this. So that is the doing. You see? The knowing is one thing. The doing is the most important thing. So to me, everybody out there that is doing, this is what you need to do.
Wonderful. So, Joe, which is your all-time favorite juice? What's your favorite recipe?
My all-time favorite, I have 2, but my all-time favorite, number 1, is what I call the mean green, which is celery and cucumber, ginger and lemon, apple and kale. Now, you can switch out the kale for spinach or something else, or you can leave it out if you want, if you can't find it. There's no problem. But this is my favorite. And my other favorite juice is watermelon, pineapple, and ginger. I love this juice for the morning. This one is close to the mean green. This one is cucumber, lemon, lime, baby bok choy. It's like a, you know bok choy? Baby bok choy, and green apple.
Yes, on your website, Joe, we saw these amazing juice recipes with all these unexpected ingredients. It was amazing.
Well, I have a lot of recipes on my Instagram, so make sure you take a look at Joe the Juicer on Instagram because in my IGTV I have a lot of recipes there, all for free.
Sure. We also saw some recipes which had sweet potato in it. We could have never imagined.
Yes, sweet potato is very good when it's cold outside. It's kind of like a warming juice.
Wonderful. We'll definitely try it. Joe, what would your advice be for many people who are fasting for the first time, who've never fasted before? What would you like to tell them?
Okay. So my advice is this. I want you to think, use your brain, close your eyes, and imagine what is going on inside your body. Okay? You are putting in this incredible flood of nutrients. You are putting water in. Okay? Now, we all know that water is very easy to digest. How do we know this? Well, Harsh, if you go running, can you run?
Yes?
Okay. Can you run 5 miles?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So Suba and I are out on a bicycle and we are riding next to Harsh, who is running 5 miles. And he gets to mile 4 and we pass him some water. Can you drink the water while running?
It'll be a bit difficult, but I can.
But you can. You can take the water and digest. Okay. If I come along with some chicken, with some steak, I come along with some fruits and vegetables, big watermelon, I come with pineapple, I come with a big salad. Is it possible for you to eat while you're running?
No.
No. You know why? You know why it's not possible to eat?
Why?
Because all the blood in your body is in the muscles of your legs because the blood needs to go to where the action is. And when you digest food, a lot of the blood goes to your stomach and your digestion and your muscles to digest the food. So when you drink water, you don't need blood. You don't need to put any effort into digestion.